Hello! Hello? Hello? Hello, I'm ABX Toy Cat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Recently, YouTube changed the way they start streams, and that means I always start being like, I think I'm live, but I'm not sure, or halfway through my intro, but in spite of that, I will say, hey, you having a good Sunday, my internet friends? And if you are having a good Sunday, then boy, do I have some great news for you, because I'm about to ruin it today. After I just realized this is a brown panda. I was going to breed one of these, I tried for so long, and now one naturally just spawns in my world. Just as I have actual things to be doing on the other side of this. So what we're going to be doing is, most importantly, keeping this panda alive and around. This is a rare artifact in Minecraft. This is a 1 in 100 chance, and I would like it if you all bear with me. You get that? You get that? I'm double punning it. I'm making a pun about the animal and about the thing. While we just quickly dig a hole, and while we quickly put the panda bear in the said hole. So yeah, this is a cute little bear. He's going to sit up, but he's going to be in a hole, and hopefully that keeps him around. So yeah, let's deal with that. And hello, I'm ABX Toy Cat. Are you having a good morning, everyone? I hope you are. Today, we're live streaming on the internet. This is a new concept. Also, what's up, broski, says Sarah Burke. See, I've only ever heard that in American media. Does anyone, really say that to each other? Like, yeah, broski. Like, it's like a bro mixed with a ski. Imagine if a bro had some skis attached. Because also, calling people bro, to me is, such a weird... it's such an edge thing. I've never... Calling someone bro who's not your brother, I've only ever used in, you know what, whatever. Let's talk about words and how we all use different versions of them. Isn't that crazy that we all speak the same language here? We are part of the, roughly 10-20% of the world that speaks the same language, which is most spoken English. And out of that 10 or 20%, we don't really say the same things. We can vaguely understand each other, like Toy Cat Tax. But even then, what does Toy Cat Tax mean to someone who's never watched one of these live streams before? What does that even mean? You're just there so does Toy Cat have a large tax bill he needs to pay off? He's gonna despawn F. I think at 1.14 that hasn't that change isn't there yet, right? He should be all good. 10% from the world population speaks English. Are you surprised that that's low or high? Is the interesting thing. Yeah, I know. I want to say so the most speakers in a language is usually given as Mandarin, but I think that's highest number of primary speakers. But once you add secondary speakers at any level of proficiency, you get between about, again, 15, 20. You can get as high as 50% if you count any proficiency in a language. Look at this acacia tree right here, by the way. So anyway, what are we doing today? I said broski multiple times, and I'm American. I have now officially confirmed Americans say broski. But even then, not even all Americans, right? There are a lot of Americans who are like, no, actually, I don't say broski. And it makes you question things, right? Anyway, so hello, I'm ABX Toy Cat. Today, we're chopping down trees. Why am I chopping down trees? I want a lot of acacia wood because, one, I mean, it's a nice wood to have. I mean, look at the planks it turns into. They're beautiful. What's up? Yesterday's stream was so sad, says McClow. I mean, it was sad, but it was it was my first time trying. So to, already be, 3 minutes and 1 glitch away from beating a record, I feel pretty good about, that. I want to attempt it again later this week sometime. I feel like that wasn't a sad moment. You know, kind of like everyone always thinks that a divorce is sad or a funeral, but some people, you know, more exciting dead than alive. Some marriages better over than, you know, in progress. That title causes me physical pain. I left it as wood for a while, but I figured, you know what would annoy people more than an empty title? A title that is explicitly confusing and annoying. So that's what we did today. How many creepers could a creep if a creeper could creep, says Dubstep Girl, but in less words, I might have minced that a little bit. So, in response to that, Dubstep Girl, I say yes, exactly. Also, John Winchell just submitted a 3rd place world record for co-op glitchless console with a seed I got from your Seed Sunday, so thank you. Yeah, I love that the Seed Sunday series has been helping people retroactively with newer features. That series, a lot of people think of it as this weird Toy Cat the real estate agent, and a part of it is that, but the fact that it has managed to help out so many people, it makes me it makes me realize that the series has this weird duality as being both a YouTube thing and is actually doing its best to help people. And I love the second bit. I love that the second bit can support the first bit sometimes. So thank you. I say broski at work. Finish up an order, broski. I guess so. You know, broski it just feels weird. Why? What? Already calling someone bro is kind of weird. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see most of you as my brothers. Some of you are, you know, close enough that maybe we call ourselves friends. But like, brother to me, like, because, you know, I guess what it is like, oh yeah, we're so close, it's like family. But it's like, no, a friend can be closer than family. But that doesn't make it family, you know, like, it's like, oh yeah, oh god, we are laggy, because we're dealing with a raid. Or rather, we're not dealing with a raid, as is my official strategy for dealing with this. But yeah, like, I've always thought, like, when people try to be like, oh yeah, I'm so close to family that, you know, basically people who aren't family are family. It's like, you know, you could just come up with a word that means friends so close it is like they are family, rather than, you know, it's like the metaphor versus simile thing. Like, I'm so tall, I'm basically a statue. You don't just be like, I'm a statue. Actually, a statue's tall. Statues aren't always tall. Like, oops. That was me reading the donation of just want to see the typing cat. You know what? You got to see the typing cat Ninja Race. I'm going to leave this creeper hole here because I know it annoys people. So I'm going to do precisely that. And we're going to walk back over to the acacia biome and keep chopping down those trees because I really need those things, right? You're giving bro too much meaning? I just quit on bruh. I mean, but like, it means something else already. Whenever there's like multiple meanings for a word, it's like, well, we can stick with that. But also, it's not the ideal way of being, right? Like, if we could have a word that means, you know, like, if especially when they're words that have like similar overlapping meaning, like, oh yeah, are you calling someone a bro because they're your brother or because they're a close friend? You know, when you have multiple words of like overlapping meaning that have cause for confusion, it doesn't benefit anyone. But you know, we're not talking about words today. Although, word, everybody, because word can also mean things, right? Word also means a bunch of interesting stuff. So yeah, thank you, chat, for your opinions on. I'm not like, I'm assuming there's some like in joke whenever YouTubers something there, but like you don't need to throw it in here. Thank you for the thank you for those chats. We're gonna be ignoring all of those, and you know we can even time them out. You know, I have that power. It's an automatic dictatorship. You wanna type some stuff? We can go for it anyway. But yeah, can you say my real name? It's Dixie Normus. Oh, damn it. You got me, Ezreal. Jungle. I've been non-stop recreating assets from Portal, and now my brain is soup, says Pixel. I've been playing the Portal Bridge Constructor game today, which isn't a Portal game in the slightest. It's just Bridge Constructor with, like, the GLaDOS voice, etc. But I've been enjoying that. Portal is such a well-crafted game because it's so basic. Like, the simplicity is what makes it interesting. Like, it's that reminder about, there's a phrase that I always hate, that I used to always hate until, like, I got it, where it's like, oh yeah, the best things are easy to learn, but hard to master. Also, Evening Seed Sunday today was interesting. Never knew that before. May use that strat myself. Do you want to know something embarrassing, Hello Crafter? I didn't know that Seed Sunday actually went live until just this minute. So, I'm going to go check out how are people enjoying Seed Sunday. I hope that they're liking it. I hope that that's a good thing. Oh, it seems as though people are finding it okay. It is perfectly average by the YouTube metric. YouTube literally has this thing where it's like, how did your video compare to your other videos? Oh, it sucked. You should do a better job. Or you should, etc. And they said, like, it's perfectly halfway, which is nice. That video is why I was late for this. Yeah, no, what I actually did is I set it up to, like, publish just, like, forever away in the future. Wait, I think I said this before, like, we had a discussion about, like, what if I died recently? And I was like, you know, I should be ready for dying, you know, on a YouTube sense. Because I think I feel like the ski and broski makes it less formal than the prefixes bro/brother. But in the sense of friendly conversation, what is a ski? Nothing important in my opinion. So as someone who absolutely loves skiing, I find this deeply offensive. Skis are very important, thank you very much. But, just need to throw that one out there right away. But yeah, I feel like, imagine analyzing American slang. You know, every single word can be analyzed, but I guess that it's that thing where, like, you can analyze anything to death. They're all just tools. But you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. How about we talk about more American slang, chat? Wait, chat, tell me some slang you think is American, and I'll tell you if you're actually right or not. Because in my experience, like, I've done a lot of, like, I've met a lot of Americans as a British person. And I've got a lot of British people who have met Americans, and like the misunderstandings about what is actually unique between each country it's because there's so much like American media in the UK, etc. A lot of people feel like, oh yeah, that's something only an American would know. Gun. High quality Ember Pilot. But can you be a ski? That's a question. I wish I could be a ski. You know, I wish I was at the level where you could be like, hey, toy cat ski. Because like when you add ski at the end, I guess is like it's more of an it's a suffix more than it is a word by itself. Toronto slang is incomprehensible. What's up, dude? In a skater voice. That is something I do affect. You know, honestly, like the entire stoner voice, like, hey man, I'm just here to have some fun. Don't harsh my mellow, man. I don't know why, but I find that to be like I don't know why. You'd figure that given that like America is a country where that's like highly illegal, or was until very recently, that there wouldn't be a lot of stoner people, men in America compared to the rest of the world. But the stereotype says that there is, and that's fascinating. So, Cat, could you survey some of my quantities? I have no idea what you mean, Mr. Sea Shadow, but I'm very concerned, and I feel like I'm being entrapped. That's what I feel like right now. So, anyway, yeah, we need some wood because if you recall, I did a server recently that was like every 24 hours the entire server resets, and in that server, there are a few things built. Most of it was ugly, if I'm being honest with you. But the one thing I really loved was they took a particular area of my world. In fact, I'll show you it next time I fly back over. They took a particular area of my world, and they covered it in acacia trees, and I was like, this looks better this way. Why didn't I do this? And given that most of my world is all about like changing things, adding things, etc., I figured that'd be a great idea. Let's take some iron ore. Really gotta chill down on just grabbing random resources while we're here. But you know, who's gonna stop me? What does the Badlands look like in RTX? You know what? Let's just have a nice chill session today. So let me answer something interesting, because one of the comments I got on that video that I really wish I'd checked is what the Mesa biome. I don't know why. I just can't call it Badlands. I know it should be Badlands, but I'm like, no, it's a Mesa. But the Badlands biome is a because of it's all made out of terracotta. Because I use the texture pack where terracotta goes glowy, I would have loved to see what that looks like at night. Also, thank you very much to Mike Ward. I'm stressed the supplies chains are breaking and we're all going to die. Peace and love. So outside of things that are, like, there are a few things that are obviously broken beyond belief. But as far as essentials are going, most supply chains for non-essentials have been sacrificed to make way for essential things. And I think what's kind of cool is like this is like our worst crisis health-wise or whatever in like quite some time. And the fact that it was just dealt with, we're like, oh yeah, we'll just turn off non-essential, max out essential. The fact that it was that easy for like everyone's just like switch over, I find that fascinating personally. Like, oh yeah, the world is really fragile, and it definitely still is. But the ability of like people who are in the positions where they are to get it working has been kind of saved this way. Also, Madison, hi, it's your fave. Oh my god, thank you so much. This is the best. Is that a hoodie or a shirt? I don't know. But this is the best piece of Toy Cat merch. As you know, the Toy Cat Christmas merch, but it's in March, is a very successful line. And you can get it in Animal Crossing, and now you can get it in real life, so you can match your Animal Crossing buddies, which I think is the best thing. In Estonia, there's a weed crisis for real. There's this one guy who's like, man, you know, you say supply chains are fine, but wait till you know about my recreational drug activities in Estonia. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing today is just chopping down a bunch of trees and chilling and chatting, because you know what? That's what I like to do in my evenings. I've had a pretty chill weekend actually. Again, I've been playing okay, wait, actually, can I just? It seems like product placement. One, whenever I talk about RTX, because so many people get paid by RTX, sure. And two, because Microsoft is quite good at buying influencers for like when they launch a new product. And obviously, I want to clarify, I do not have a relationship with a long-going relationship with either of those things. I can say RTX is nice, I can say Games Pass is nice, and I'm not talking about it because of some weird sponsorship. But like, man, Games Pass is like, it really is the Netflix of games where like, oh yeah, for free I can just try out a new game. And this week I've been doing that a little bit. Also, thank you, Miss Potato Pancake Muffins. And this live stream is here because I wanted to chill on a Sunday. And I figured, it's been a while since we've done like a chill live stream. We had a whole week of speedrunning. I wanna slow things down, you know? Let's do some, let's slow things down. And let's, you know, chop down some wood, you know? You should say, hello, my VX Toy Cat every time you start a sentence. How about every time I respond to a super chat, I respond with, hello, my VX Toy Cat, and I feel like that's a high quality idea that people would definitely love. People are always talking about how much they wish I would say my intro more. It's the only thing they want more of in the world, is more Toy Cat intros. And I think it's selfish that we're not delivering, honestly. I think that is a great shame that we are missing out on, personally. But yeah, so some quality time with our favorite cat, says Tristan Sheens. Thank you, Tristan Sheens. Exactly, right? Like, I feel like, you know, honestly, when it comes to live streams, there's like half the people there like want to be there, and half the people there like don't realize that it's like this person on the other end. And I want to like the people who actually care. And also, hello, maybe X Toy Cat and Cat Gal just donated £2 to say paying you to say your intro again. Oh wow, what's that? Said my intro again. Hello, my BX Toy Cat, and you having a good evening? Hello, my BX Toy Cat, and we should get to sleep soon, I reckon. But no, yeah, you can. I wanna be kind of. I wanna do these things as like it's important to foster the. I guess what I want to do is like actually, when you got the streams that are less like, here is a thing that apparently lots of people want to see. You get a more chill chat, and I want to be like, hey everyone, this is your opportunity to chat. If anyone who cares about it, if you don't care about it, yeah, you don't have to. It's hard to even describe what I'm trying to say, but I like streaming. I could stream like twice a week, just doing, you know, the speedrun stuff or the challenge stuff. But I feel like it's more fun to stream, you know, 3, maybe 4 times a week, and throw on some extra stuff, you know. Are you happy today? Oh wait, hello, my BX Toy Cat, and Jack Cuff asks, are you happy today, Mr. Toy Cat? I would say I am. I would say I am. I've actually these were the last 2 days I haven't recorded anything, and that's the first time I've had like 2 days without recording in like 2 months because of this whole crazy situation. Yeah, and honestly, can't stay, but just wanted to say hi, friend. Honestly, again, I want to clarify that my issue is like the smallest one of anyone who has an issue, because it's literally for me like, oh yes, I would like to travel and I cannot because many governments around the world have said, no, you legally cannot travel. So obviously, you know, compared to some people who got fired, you know, because of the economic part of this, you know, crisis, I am obviously, or, you know, some of the people who even died, potentially, but not that any of them are watching this stream. Well, I mean, obviously they're dead, so they're not watching this live stream. Isn't that nice? But, yeah, so, obviously, no, I would not like a stream, says Jamster. Well, get out, Mr. Jamster. Also, yeah, thank you for Fraser Pocock, hello, my BX Toy Cat, and it's good to see you. And indeed, Miss Potato, Pancake McMuffins. Man, your name is too long. You need to fix that. You know, every time I read it, I'm like, ugh, too pretentious. What is that thumbnail now? It was drawn by Alcazar, actually. Imagine chopping wood in the Will Smith texture pack. JK, JK, unless. I actually don't have the Will Smith texture pack here on console. If you don't know, I play, all my beta worlds are on the place, and all my non-beta worlds are on that other place. I'm not having a brain freeze right now. I know exactly what words I'm gonna say. I'm just checking what you want to say first, internet. So we'll just throw 6 iron in there. We'll throw this garbage in there. We're just picking up a lot of random one-off bits today, it seems. Throw some of that in there. Throw some of those seeds in there. Throw these birch planks over here. And let's go back to the chopping of the trees, because who doesn't love a good tree chop? But yeah, so sorry, I forgot about that. My other site. Oh no, it's all good. It's just I was just explaining. I physically cannot, sadly. I agree. Streams are definitely a type of self-care, says Marusha. I think the less structured a stream is, the more fun I can have with it, and the more structured a stream is, the more fun chat seems to have it. That's my observation. Like, the higher view numbers are always when we've got like a specific thing in mind that we have to stick to, and the more fun streams are usually the ones where just like, hey, how's it going, Miss Big Potato Muffins? You know, I don't remember your name though. I remember like it's Miss Potato Pancake, and then I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be the long name. There's a lot of words I've got to read. So that's the whole thing. But yeah, hello, I'm BX Toy Cat, and my purpose is to remind you about Darth Plagueis. Darth Plagueis the Wise, you could say. Man, do we ever learn who Darth Plagueis the Wise is, like, in the canon Star Wars? No, wait, no Star Wars. No politics, no Star Wars, no religion. We're gonna take care of ourselves today, and we're not gonna punish ourselves and dive into that realm. So, glad I caught the stream. Greetings from Oregon. Wait, so Nathan Neko, fun name, and I'm glad to see you too. Hello, I'm BX Toy Cat, and greetings right back to Oregon. Oregon is the last, like, big state on the West Coast I haven't been to yet. I have plans to go soon, though. I have plans to go soon. Man, yeah, like I said, so actually, like, just to explain, today, like, something I did that, like, it made me a little sad, but also, like, put things in reality was, like, I was looking up, like, where I can actually go in the next, like, couple of months, right? Because I'm relatively safe. I don't mind, like, I'm in a privileged position where I don't have to, like, interact with many people on a day-to-day basis. So even if there was, like, a big... Also, I feel like this wolf has done a bad thing over there. I feel like the wolf is about to do another bad thing. But yeah, I want to also say, Lily Art Designs. Hello, Toycat. How are you? What's your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve, so while we're talking streaming, I want to get this one out of the way. Ones that say Toycat never reads chat in the chat, and it's like, why would you say that there? Your entire point of your the entire purpose of your message. I'm not having a good speaking day today. The entire purpose of that message is there to say that I'm not going to do a thing. It can only affect, like, the only value it can have is if you're wrong. So you're typing a message that's either wrong or pointless, and it's like, why would you? It's like, can I ask you a question? Well, you just did, and now you blew it, friends. Like, I can't have a reach chat, right? It's like, there's my whole live stream, I'd say like 50, 40, 50, 60%, 40, 50, somewhere near half, if not over half, very close to half. Also, Milburn, welcome to the channel membership club. I thought about visiting Ohio, because you shouldn't. I want to visit all 50 states at some point in my life. I'm at like 15 or something now, which is pretty good, I feel like. So yeah, I'd love to visit them all. I've even considered, like, quite seriously, living in America. Like, I weighed up all the pros and cons. And the reality is like, getting a visa is, like, such a nightmare. And there's a lot of, like, tax reasons that you don't want to move around country too often. Pro tip with Toycat. But outside of those, like, I think I could live in America for a year quite happily. Best seen via road trip. Oh yeah, I said I was going to do a road trip, and then, like, I got a lot of offers, people being like, hey, I'll put you in my car and you can do it. And I'm like, man, that's a big first way to meet someone, right? Like, hey, let's go. You know, like, maybe I'm the one who is crazy for feeling like it's too forwards to get in the car of someone you just met. Although I've done that before, actually. Wait, I've got a fun story. That's actually how I met my assistant. Like, I just happened to be in the right, like, town, city or whatever, and I was just like, hey, it's public transport sucks to and from the airport. Can you drive me there and we'll have a chat? And it was me using my stardom to get a free ride to the airport, and that's how the person who makes all the thumbnails became the person who makes all the thumbnails. Can you buy a good PC for under £500? Says Outboard Chain. I'd say so. Like, you can definitely buy one that's better than a current gen console for sure. By like maybe a magnitude or order of magnitude or two. But you have to make sacrifices at £500. What's your favorite tea? Says BethX. Thank you very much. I take green tea, but I don't like green tea. It just tastes like water, but it tastes the most like water, which is what all tea tastes like. Also, what are your terms for visiting a state or uncounting it? Just passing through, staying there at night, eating there. Everyone has different ideas. Yeah, no, there's the same debate for countries, right? Except it's way bigger for countries, because, like, more people visit countries than visit American states. No offense to Americans in the States. What do you think about friendship as a concept? Best friend can't call me a friend because we haven't been friends for long enough time. I do think, I've said this before, and this sounds like super, this sounds like you're seeing life as a robot and not as a human. But I think friendship should have tiers. You should be a tier 5, tier 4, tier 3, etc. Just marry an American temporarily. I've looked into that route as well, because, like, obviously I could get a sham marriage very easily. But even then, the citizenship, like, basically it's easier for me to just keep using my temporary visits, but even then they're being super mean to me now. And I paid the US government a lot of money to background check me in exchange for easier entry, and then they said, hey, we've taken your money, but we don't want to provide the easier entry, so good luck. I would love to move to America, being stuck in... Also, given the chance to design for Minecraft, AEG, new biome/creature, what would you do? Oh my god, we got a lot of messages. Thank you so much. Hello on BX Toycat, Jessica Forsyth, and Hello Crafter. If we went on a road trip, it would actually be the second time you go in my car, much less forward. See, right? I just realized it's not the only time that I've gone into a stranger's car as a way of getting a free road trip somewhere. Which, again, really bad idea that I shouldn't be, especially saying out loud that I do. Because the moment you tell people you do something, it becomes like a known part of your behavior, and people can like exploit it and kill you that way. I'm just saying, I see a lot of movies where people get kidnapped, and most of those people get kidnapped in normal situations, let alone ones where they're hopping in strangers' cars. Although I guess Uber is just hop in strangers' cars, the app, so maybe it's not such a dumb thing. But yeah, I feel like friendship should have tiers. I feel like if I could design something in Minecraft, it would be a new biome. I want so many new biomes and new structures for those biomes. Also, I would love to live in America. It sucks being in GB when most of your friends in America. Yeah, if you make friends on the internet, statistically speaking, most of your friends are going to end up being American. Or at least, you know, maybe... Yeah, statistically speaking, right? So glad I could pick you up from the airport, and now I'm buying your merch. How cool, says Madison. See, right? Like, isn't this a great trade-off? Like, get picked up from the airport and get money from merch. And then get money to explain that story. This is why you'll need a... This is why you will need an assistant like Madison in your world. Have you been to Edinburgh? I have been to Edinburgh, but only passing through to go do the 4J thing a while ago. Mr. Lewis C7. But yeah, I want to go just through the last of the super chat. I want to always respond to the super... Well, we got these streams, I actually can. It's like, this is my opportunity to be like, hey, I can get every tip and don't... I can get every tip and every single one of these things responded to. So let's do precisely that. So... the US is great to live in if you have big money for healthcare and don't need labor rights. Otherwise, stay elsewhere. Love from California. So here's the thing, right? As a self-employed person, no matter where I am in the world, I don't get employment rights. Like the concept of employment rights sounds really great when you're like thinking about like a traditional job, but I either don't work I either work very loose terms for YouTube or I work for myself. In which case, like. Both those factors aren't big ones for me. Obviously, if your big thing in the world is like, I want healthcare and I want big rights, you can move to Europe and you can like half your salary and in exchange get both those things. But if you're me, then you can obviously benefit going the other way around. Which, if you think about it, like I've been an advocate for this for a while. This is like dumb. It's almost political, but it's not because we're talking about things that people aren't going to do. But I've always thought that like, hey, people should be more. If people were more free to pick their country... Also, do you see what just happened there? I think, like, people would be less upset with their current countries. Because, like, okay, I'll keep donating them. Call me Eliza, says ER Milburn 02. I'm not going to remember that, Eliza. I don't know why, like, ER Milburn... It doesn't seem like an Eliza to me. It seems... Obviously, like, R is your second name and Milburn's your last name. And 02 is the year you're born. Which is crazy that would make you 18, actually. Jesus, that's scary. People born in 2002 are 18 now? Ah, that's a weird thing. But yeah, so we have to be very careful. By the way, I'm going to put in a headphone real quick. I want to live in the UK. I feel like if people were more free, like, I wish you could, like, trade, like, you know, like, when people move country, you should be able to, like, physically trade it with someone else. Be like, okay, you want to move to my country, I want to move to yours. We'll be a net, you know, equal trade-off. And it'll be great. Because, one of the things people hate about America, right, is one of the things that you see on the internet hates about America. I don't think it's as common in real life, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't like all the damage these fellas are doing to me. So we need to just go back in there in a second, and then we'll deal with this. Okay, just knock you away. And, oh, what enchanted book did we get? Frostwalker 2, Bane of Arthropods and Piercing. Frostwalker 2 is kind of nice. Bane of Arthropods is like, at best. And piercing is... I mean, like, piercing sounds like such a cool enchantment, and people always put it on their bows, but it's such a niche one that no one's ever going to really take advantage of, right? Where's Commander Weiss, says Mother Russia. You know, now you say it. Well, that's a good point. But yeah, like, a lot of people hate where they live, and they feel like somewhere else would be better. I feel like, you know, foreign exchange programs are, like, great for being like, hey, let's work out for sure how much of this is actually true. Because, like, every place has its, like, downsides, its upsides, right? But if people could actually just trade places. Also, I think one of my doors got knocked down. Okay, well, that's good that I have a second one, hey? Let's go to sleep real quick. Let's fly out there, and let's solve the other part of this raid later. Out of the states you haven't visited, which are you most excited for? So, okay, here's the thing. This, again, you can say I'm dumb for this, and objectively, I think I am. But... even though I think Hawaii is the one that is most loved by Americans, it's the one I'm like half most hyped for and half least hyped for. Because a part of me is like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna, you know, and then a part of me is like, ugh, It can't be as good as everyone says it is. Alaska's one I'm excited for because it's so remote. Like, Alaska is like the size of like 5 normal countries or something, and it's just like one American state. Super weird. Other than that, like if we count the lower 48 of the states I haven't been to, then if you married an American and got American citizenship, would you be able to keep your UK citizenship? As an American, I wouldn't be able to. I think America does allow dual citizenships, actually. They're one of the countries that do. I know of a lot of American-German combos and a lot of American-Irish combos, at least. Because you can get EU citizenship and American citizenship effectively. Because America's a country that's very much based on, like, you know, no one's really born in America besides the people that are called Native Americans or Indians, which is kind of like, whatever, you know, like, ignore that to the side. Like, most people from America are there because someone moved there from a European country. Whereas European countries are more based on, like, oh yeah, you are one of us, so you get to become a person who lives there. So if you're like 2nd-gen immigrant, you usually can end up with both passports if you're really lucky. Or even if you're like 3rd or 4th-gen in some countries. But yeah, you can get both. And as a UK person, getting an American citizenship requires me to live in America for a certain amount of time, I think. But I think through marriage, maybe it's easier. There's a lot of steps, okay, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, out of the lower 48, the state I'm probably most excited for. You know, the out of the states that are usually considered when people say the American states. I mean, South Dakota for the heads and the statues in the mountain, right? That's cool. That's a movie thing. But no, otherwise I'd say it's one of the ones in like the southeast.
Are great if you enjoy the outdoors and nature. There may otherwise, in my opinion.
I do actually, again, I hate that I've become this person, but because, like, I like food and, like, travel are, like, my 2 favorite things, and you can travel somewhere, and once you've eaten, like, 3 meals a day, you kind of can't eat any more food, at least for me. I wish I could eat 12 meals a day, but I haven't gone that American yet. I need to check in the village, make sure it's doing okay, because I'm within range where it might be getting broken down. And if it is, that's bad. Okay, it's not, so we're fine. But yeah, as someone who like one of the things I do is I'm like, okay, the way we can squeeze more food in there is if we do some naturey stuff. You walk around for 3 hours, boom, now you can eat a bigger dinner. So I accidentally got into nature and I hate it. And also, like, I got into climbing as like a weird thing that's like, oh, now I'm gonna start going climbing like dumb mountains and doing dumb stuff like that. So yeah, I accidentally became a nature person and I'm not a fan of it. It's like, this isn't the sort of person I want to be at all. Thank you, Dash Cakes, for becoming a member. And also, I went to Hawaii last year. It lives up to the hype. But the thing is, like, I feel like for Americans, it's like vacation hype thing, right? But like, I don't like the traditional let's go on a vacation where we're gonna do nothing, because like, I need to do like something. My nothing is a something. My body needs to be active and my brain off, or my brain active and my body off. I can't turn off both at the same time. Maybe that's just me, actually. Does everyone else have this problem, actually? I've always wondered, because it's hard to, like, describe it. But I'd say that's, like, the closest I can get. Like, a part of my body is always doing something. I'm stressed when both parts are doing something. That's stressful. But people who, like, you know, like, there's a lot of people have their dream holiday as, like, sit by the beach, have alcoholic drinks in their hand, do that for 2 weeks and repeat. That to me sounds like a version of hell. Not quite as bad as actual hell because there's no fire and you get alcoholic drinks delivered to your hand, of course. But like, that's like not my version of heaven. And like beaches. Beaches are the worst. Sand, it's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. But seriously, no. Sand, outside of jokes. Sand sucks, right? I don't understand anyone who likes the beach. I like looking at the beach. I like taking a picture of the beach and flexing on people who do like the beach. Like, yeah, don't even like it and I'm living here. How's that feel to be you, beach friends? But yeah, otherwise the beach, you know, like it's a real beach being there, I'd say. No Star Wars.
Appreciate the streams. The past few speed runs and this stream now have helped me to relax during final exams week.
Hey, Matic Man, I'm glad to hear. Wait, you've got real final exams going on? Isn't the world shut down right now? I feel like you should be exempt from those final exams. But, So first of all, Matic Man, very appreciated. Second of all, I want to go ahead and say thank you for the crazy high tip right there. Again, very nice. And I'm glad that the streams helped you. It's especially like there were a lot of high stress for me, so the fact that it wasn't for you, I'm glad to hear. But this week has been like a crazy week for live streaming. It's nice to top it off with like a chill one, and I'm glad you enjoy the chill at the end, because that's what life needs to be, right? A lot of stress followed by a bit of chill. Beaches are maybe. Screw college and online finals. Just give me an A and be done with it, says Jacob Kappa. You know, I reckon everyone should just get whatever grade they feel like. Write an essay about what grade you should get, have a teacher grade that, and then boom. Because that's basically how it works anyway, but now we can, like, expedite the process. My life is already hell, anything's better, says ER Milburn 2. Or Eliza. See, look, I remember that. Son Shullart says, have you been getting a snapshot glitch where you fall into the block below you? Happened to me a few times in the new snapshot. Oh, that's just how Bedrock's been working for forever, so... glad to hear they ported it over to Java. No, yeah, I hope that's fixed soon. I don't play the snapshots, like, beyond video reasons and preparation for video reasons. Like, I honestly, actually, I do recommend, like, outside, and I guess speedruns as well. But, like, there are very few reasons to play beta or snapshot versions of Minecraft. Because the same features will be there in a full release, except they won't have a chance to break and permanently make you lose your worlds. So I'm always a big advocate for wait until the update's out. But obviously I also make videos saying, the update's so exciting, give it a try now. Whew. Beaches are where people go to get sunburned and swim in the worst type of water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Beaches are filled with this rough, coarse, messy dirt that doesn't get out for months sometimes. Then they've got water which will literally kill you if you drink too much of it. It's water. It's the thing we need to sustain our lives, but it kills you. You ever think about how messed up that is? Then, okay, that's okay though, because I mean, it makes up for the fact that you can lay down there. It's like if you're laying down on something on the sand, then just have a pitcher of sand below you. So I'm just saying, you want to have like a pool of some form. I don't need a heated pool. That's if you're going for like the relax by a beach sensation, have a pool, have a bit of sand going nearby. No straw today, says Amanda Ree. I'm trying to save the environment today. Just kidding. Although I do have these. They're called tumbler straws. They're reusable plastic straws. So it's a plastic straw that somehow you reuse. Look, chat, you can see all the way through into my soul. You cannot see through to my soul. But look at this. I can drink out of my jar. My jam jar, A-okay. Thank you, Bear Man. What's your opinion on America's healthcare? So as a... Okay, I know this is like a weird thing, but I like that I feel like personally I really like single payer healthcare. The idea that like, you know, like the best negotiations on anything, like when it's something like your health is on the line, people don't make rational decisions. Like when it comes to like what biscuits I buy, I make very rational decisions about price, performance, etc. When it comes to I will die if I don't buy a thing, I usually buy the thing. I'll be honest with you. Norway's up into all schools and kindergartens. Welcome to Norway, Undead Kit Can. Well, I guess you're in Norway. I've got to welcome myself to Norway to join you, I guess. I'm not sure how this analogy's going. Oh wait, I've got a pro tip for all of you right here. Can get yourself some more loot this way. But if you want to get more waves to a to one of these things, all you gotta do is like change the difficulty midway through. So we usually play on easy. No wait, we play on normal right now actually, I think. That's why I'm getting so much damage stuff. Actually, what difficulty am I playing on? Let's find out. We are playing on normal difficulty. Also look, doesn't say just no one cares. Like every now and then there's a conspiracy theory like, what if his let's play is all fake? It's not, you can see it. It's all very much in survival. So that means we have another 2 waves after this wave is done that we're gonna have to deal with. That's a whole thing. But yeah, we can switch it over to hard mode if we want to. On wave 5, and then a 6th and a 7th wave will spawn. Which I might do for now, just to get myself the extra totems, honestly. CCCLP. If you watch episode 1, you'll know why I called it that, and it's the dumbest reason anyone's ever called anything anything. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So yeah, let's put some stuff away, because I have picked up far too much. Oh god, I have a problem. I have a hoarding problem, internet, and now I'm freely admitting it. Oh god, I have a problem. So, playing as Overworld and creative ruins the fun, in my opinion. Yeah, like, I know this is such, like, a dumb teacher thing to say, but, like, the only thing that you achieve is you rob yourself of the fun. Like, people think, like, haha, I've beaten the system, but it's like, well, you've beaten the system that is there to maximize fun. And if, you know, some people like to be like, oh yeah, but I have so much fun. And then there's sorts of people who are, like, bored of the game, like, weeks later, or even days later in some cases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in a blast furnace. Actually, wait, throw it in the smelter right here. 1, 2, 3. And then it can go in there later. Get some iron nuggets from the deal. For now, though, let's go to sleep. And let's keep things going. How do you feel about Phil Frank leaving? I'm Welsh. I'm sorry, I don't... I know he's a YouTuber, but I don't know beyond that. How is he leaving? Is he leaving YouTube? Is he leaving life? Is this your way of saying he caught a big disease or something? But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that if he is your favorite. But yeah, I don't. It's funny, like, I know, like, on YouTube, it feels like everyone knows each other. But, like, if you're going outside of the same community, it's like, there's, like, a very high chance someone doesn't know someone. Like, even PewDiePie, right, who's the largest YouTuber on the site, there's got, like, everyone's probably heard of him, but who knows what he's up to recently. People might know he got into Minecraft a year ago, maybe. Jumped on that train, right? Like, does anyone know beyond that? You know, like, following a YouTuber and, like, knowing someone exists are, like, different concepts, I guess. Maybe that's a fun thing. Maybe that's... Because, like, I guess I didn't realize until I thought about it, but, like, that's been happening to celebrities this whole time, where you've been like, oh, yeah, I know that person. I should know about their controversies. But on YouTube, it's like, oh, yeah, you don't need to... You can know about everyone without knowing all the intricate details of them. Because so many YouTubers, like, their whole careers are built on, like, building something and, like, creating a big hype about it, getting people talking about it. It's clever. You have a problem? Try my life. Also, I didn't know bread slices are getting smaller, Derek Mullo. But also, hello, my BX Toy Cat. And Derek Morrell thinks bread slices have gone smaller. And that sounds like a tragedy. Oh, yeah, but, so personally, I think that, like, universal healthcare or single payer, whatever you can call it, is a better system. But, like, in terms of, like, price. And I think, like, one of the things I have to accept about going to America is I have to buy health insurance, which is a wacky concept to me. Like, the idea of, like, paying... Right? But whatever, it's just, like, a cultural difference. But I do like the idea that, like, in the UK, no matter how much money I have, I will get the same treatment, which is good on an equality level. But if I have, like, $1 million I want to throw at healthcare, I can't. If I get really deadly sick, I think I'd go to America to, like, try and get some... I'd be like, hey, here is some money. Fix me, please. If I had $1 million. Obviously, I don't have $1 million yet. But the hope is that at one point in my life, I will have $1 million that I can throw at a doctor and make them fix me. But otherwise, I think in every other circumstance, i.e. 99.9% of them, I don't like that system. But in the point one where I'm dying, I think you need someone. You need, like, not someone. Even so, I wouldn't trust a single doctor. You have to trust, like, a hospital with, like, back statistics and, like, a reputation to protect and stuff. Like, and even then, I don't think hospitals are even, like, for-profit entities, right? They're just like, non-profits that... Whatever, it's a whole thing is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, Autie Mama says, my relatives are millionaires. They get private healthcare here in Scotland if they get sick. So private healthcare exists in the UK. I've looked into it before, actually. I was going to sign up for it. There was a really dumb reason I was going to sign up. Like, you got a certain number of, like, airline miles, and also you got, like, a free flight to anywhere in Europe. And I was going to abuse that to get a flight to Moscow. It was going to be, like, I was going to maximize the value of their little deal, basically. And I figured, you know what? Get some health insurance along the way. But, health insurance, all the things that I wanted covered, they'd be, like, pre-existing condition. And then all the other things, they're like, oh yeah, you go to a normal hospital, and there's like, it's a part of the same hospital that everyone else uses, but it's a different ward where you're sealed off. So like, it's the same healthcare, just in a different room. And they'll call it, like, because it doesn't make sense to have two hospitals next to each other. So they just buy a part of the existing hospital and make it for their patients. Like, I'm sure it varies in, like, certain London hospitals and certain, like, you know, Edinburgh, and I'm sure there are some parts of the country where you can get a genuine private hospital, but And less waiting, I assume. Oh yeah, the waiting part always obviously is cut down. But like, I mean, like, waiting for healthcare, even though actually it does suck real bad. It's like, you know, unless you'd always get pushed up if you need it pushed up. But like, the biggest one to me is like accident and emergency, right? A&E as we call it in the UK. Like wait, the emergency room, as you call it in America. Look at me, I can talk healthcare terms. That's exactly the same regardless of how much money you have. But it sucks like for everyone. So I just realized like, well, I'll just my healthcare plan is not getting sick. No, have you ever been to okay? Chat, can I tell you about my experiences in accident? Like, I live in one of the very few hospitals in the UK that meets targets. Because the target, this is their like, ooh, I'm reaching, is like less than 4 hours between going into accident and emergency. The emergency room that I need desperate care room, it's 4 hours. That's the target for when you should be seen by. 4 hours for an, anyway, it sounds dumb. I've been in there like 3 or 4 times, and every time I was just like, I will give anything to not be here. Also, Noah Romero, welcome, Mr. Cat Club man. Welcome to the Cheat Cat Club. Hope you enjoy your time here. But yeah, we're gonna kill this guy, and then we're gonna chop down some more trees. It's gonna be great. We're gonna enjoy it a lot. So I hope that's not the end of the raid. If it is, we'll... Okay, it's not. So that was wave 3, right? Next is wave 4. After 5, we'll get hard. Immortality or Cyro Sleep? I don't actually know what Cyro Sleep is. I'm assuming it's being frozen and living in that state for a long time. I don't want to be immortal if I don't ever die ever. That sort of immortality sounds awful to me. There's a wall around the villagers and the villagers can't get in, says Applewoo. Yeah, this is why you always build a wall around your village. Like, if you have things you care about inside your village, build a wall around it. If you have a thing you care about, build a wall around it. Cyro Sleep. Cyro Sleep? Cyrogenic? Actually, you know, I don't know how you say things. Cyro. You know, I don't know words anymore, chat. I don't know words, okay? I was talking about how I was gonna die, and no, so yeah, basically, like, every time I go to accident emergency, I'm like, oh, this is bad. I literally had like an eye that was like, I don't know if it was bleeding or something, but like my eye was like awful, and I went there and it was like, well, I'm just gonna sit in this room with all these people who look like they're about to die, and it's like, I think I'd rather die than be around other people who look like they're about, you know, like it's something like it's like, let's put it this way actually. Build a great wall and make the pillagers pay. Something I find like fascinating beyond belief is right now, in this current crisis. Have you guys heard? There's a disease out there. It's a virus. I don't know if a virus counts as a disease actually. Someone should give me the virology on that one. But there's this big thing out there, and as a result, people aren't going to the emergency, or whatever you want to call it, accident emergency. Which to me indicates that, like, well, if they've stopped going in the first place, were they going necessarily anyway? Or, you know, what's the deal with that? And the other thing it indicates is like, oh yeah, well, oh Lord, people have this exact same fear as me, but yeah, they go anyway. Anyway, you know what? Let's leave it off. A virus counts as a disease. See, it feels weird to call it that because no one's been like it's a disease. Oh no, they do actually. COVID stands for coronavirus disease. My bad, chat. You know what? We're gonna take a break from words today. Actually, something really cool I think is happening as a result of disease. I'm like an eternal optimist. You could like, oh god, they got inside the village. They got inside the village. That is real bad. No. How did you? Did they climb over the walls or what happened there? Okay, so we're gonna kill you fast. Okay, so this is a problem, but did they break? How did that even? Did they spawn inside the walls or something? Okay, not my problem right now. Oh, okay, this is my problem though. Just gonna quickly eat some steak or cooked beef. Spawned on the wall. Yeah, they must have spawned on the wall or something, which is crazy. Can't say I've heard that too many times before. We're gonna check inside the village and make sure that didn't happen somewhere else. Because again, if you want to have walls, it's usually a good idea. Oh, got a totem. I was looking for one of these actually, funnily enough, and now I put it in the offhand. And now I can afford to die. How nice. It's like the American healthcare system. Haha, look, I made a topical joke, friends. Are you proud of me? So no, yeah, one of the cool things that's like coming out of this is there's like so many changes that I thought were required before and that people didn't really value before. Like okay, so this is something dumb, but I value personal space. What? Actually, why is that a dumb statement? See, again, people used to, when I say that before, people were like, well, you know, like, also, hey, Toy Cat, are you still a 1000-air? I did, in fact, become a 1000-air over this last week. It was great. It was, yeah, like, it's been a really good week for live streaming on both the what we achieved front and also on how the things went. But yeah, like, for instance, one of the things that's most important to me is I want to be on an empty plane. I would pay more money to be on a less full plane. Because the way it works right now is you pay more based on the demand, which means you actually pay more to be on a full plane. I'll go through a lot of effort to fly out. Like, I fly middle of the week. I fly off-peak times. Because one, children won't be there that time. And two, off the other people who are there, you know, there's just going to be fewer for them, is what I'm trying to say. So that's something I go for a lot of effort when I travel. To ideally be as, you know, to keep my distance. I like having a little bubble around me that some people don't seem to value as much as I do. But now, after this, right, everyone's starting to be like, how about that? How about that's a good thing? It's, there's like a trillion examples of it, like, I don't know. You can pay a certain amount of money extra with certain airlines to book like an entire row of seats. And I haven't done that yet, but that's one of the things that like I would pay money gladly to do. And people are like, well, that's a waste of money. You know, you just, you know, you sit and you hope for the best or whatever. Like I always like pay. There's a lot of things that I pay for that people are like, well, you don't need the space that bad. And now everyone's like, huh, how about that? Seems like a real smart decision all of a sudden. Also, we're going to quickly switch to hard difficulty now. And I feel like the minor examples that we're looking at is like, one of the things I've always thought is dumb is we have like, in big cities at least. Wait, why'd I get it? It's hard difficulty. Okay, it doesn't work anymore apparently. It worked at one point, okay? It worked at one point. And that point was clearly a while ago. But yeah, so, like, you know how we have, in big cities, there are these huge train networks we have built in and out of them. In Europe, at least, and in America, you have actually, in America, it's the same. So you have transport rep methods. If it's a highway for your cars or it's a train line for your people, there's a fixed capacity in and out there. And every single job, for some reason, insists on starting 9 to 5, right? Like, oh yeah, get yourself a 9 to 5 or whatever else, whatever dumb things people say. And that's like the least efficient way we can use transport infrastructure. We all go at the same time. Like we have 2D transport and we have 3D buildings. And it's this big problem because all these people use the same 2D infrastructure at the same time. If you use a road or you use a train, any time outside of rush hour, it's so much more pleasant. It's also cheaper in the UK, but like not in every country, so I'll ignore that. But like there's these. Also, I should not be filling this up with crossbows. But like we have this like amazing infrastructure we build to get people in and out of places, and then 90% of the use, it's more like 80, 70, but like the vast majority of the use is 2 hours in a day. And yeah, I just find it like super dumb that we don't, like right now the UK is looking at like telling businesses like, hey, stagger your work hours, dudes, because then all the people aren't crowded onto trains that are full. Do you think it's a good idea to start making YouTube videos during this current situation in the world? I want to, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Honestly, it depends entirely on if you want to, and if you think, like, it depends what you want from it, I should say, rather. Because obviously now is one of the better times to start in terms of your audience, but like, is that the thing you want most from it, or is there another thing? Because the now is like, I wouldn't say it's the best time for discoverability, necessarily. But I could be wrong. Maybe like people are watching like the things they need to keep them sane more than other things. Or maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, so we should stagger work times. Right, that's what I'm saying. So like, even just like on an individual company basis, if an individual company was just like, hey, why don't we let our employees work 10 to 6, 11 to 7, 8 to 4, 7 to 3. Like, even if you just have a 4-hour window, most of the employees are still working, what, 10 to 3? You've still got most of the day where most of the people are there. but now you've got 8 times the hours where people are going in and out. There's like super obvious things like that haven't been done. So if you look at London, London is my city, of course. So I'm both most proud and most cynical about it sometimes. But like, if you look at the tube, the underground system we have here, even when they said only if you are an essential worker, use the underground. And let's assume most people were honest and actually did that. I have not used the underground in the last 2.5 months. As sad as that is to say. Even when they say that, it is still packed so much. Not that you don't get 2 meters to yourself, which 2 meters isn't a lot of space to ask for. It's actually a little over my personal bubble, but like it's not that much space to ask for. People are so close, they're like this all the time. And that's just the people who are like essential workers or whatever. And it makes you realize that like, oh yeah, because all of the essential people go to work at, you know, within those certain times. And one of the things I feel like we're gonna come out of this valuing, like this is what I was trying to say of all of this. I went down a long rabbit hole and we got a little bit lost. One of the things I think is really cool is we'll come out of this and we'll start to understand personal space the tiniest bit better. Not because we think people should have it because it makes them feel comfortable. Like I like personal space because I hate human beings. That's my reason. But now people will be like, oh, it's not just a nice end user result. It's that, oh yeah, if people have personal space, they don't infect each other and then their loved ones, because a lot of people live in the same households. Because actually not, like, a lot of people think that this is a random disease that just hits people purely based on that. The reason it gets to all the old people is because, like, people live with their parents or grandparents, and, like, that's why it affects certain, like, areas, ethnicities, etc., more. Because in areas where you can't have your own space, you are more likely to get affected. Like, we're starting to realize that, like, it's not just this one-time... There's not just this one-time, one-off pandemic, right? Like, this is how every disease has ever worked. In fact, actually, you know, this is something that's always, like, pet peeve of mine. But let's teach some history, friend. Is that 2 meters or so relative to people you're close to as well? I like friends and stuff. I actually... Okay, you know, I find people who don't get within... Like, you know, because there are some people who are, like... you can picture, right? The germaphobe tech billionaire wears a plain t-shirt, goes... Nowhere, we keep 2 meters apart. No handshakes, you know, like stuff like that. You can picture a guy like that. Personally, I feel like once you're someone I know, you're like within that space. But I guess because I know so few people, it's not like a big issue. But like, personally, the 2 meters is meant to be for everyone. Like for everyone who's not inside your household has to be 2 meters apart. But my personal rule is like, I'd say like 1.5 meters. Actually, let's just say a full meter. 3 feet, I think is an American, imperial measurements, and I'd say that's like my personal bubble from like anyone I don't know. And then the way that you say that you want to actually be, because like if you think about it, and if you live in a big city, you have to just be like, oh yeah, we're all next to each other all the time, but we're not actually next to each other. And the way you admit that you're actually with someone is by being less than a meter away from them. This is a dumb train of thought. But what I'm trying to say with that is that hello, my BX Toy Cat, and thank you for the tip, Cat Girl. 1.5 meters is actually the guideline here, says Leanne Vandermeer. Oh, really? Wait, so in the Netherlands, the disease is clearly spreading on a 75% reduced schedule. So that's, I mean, that's not how that works at all. It's also funny that, like, in America it's 6 feet, in the UK it's 2 meters. But 6 feet is not equal to 2 meters. So one of those, I know, it's obviously a guideline, but like, as soon as you see other countries doing entirely different things and doing okay, you're like, oh, it's all arbitrary. No one has any clue. We're just trying to playing it by ear. We're just playing it by ear. 6 feet is not equal to 2 meters. It's close, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect. According to Jessica Forsyth, 1 meter is 3.25 feet. Exactly. Oh wait, I missed a thing from you earlier. I feel like Jessica. Oh no, I didn't. I got it. But yeah, thank you for allowing me into your car and not murdering me. Something I always appreciate in a stranger. Not murdering me. Isn't a meter 40 inches or something? Yeah, 3.25 feet. What is that like? Yeah, that's 40 inches. There you go. I wish more people would want personal bubble space like that. Working retail, people randomly get right up beside you and touch with their attention versus... Oh, this is my pet peeve that I... Honestly, like, this must be like an error in my, like, human programming. when people do that shoulder touch to get past you or to move out of the way, I'm like, I want to, my body goes into like, not fight or flight, but like fight mode, you know? I'm like, you wanna, like, I'm like ready to like, you know, like to go, you know? You ready to go? I'm ready. It's a problem. Do you enjoy meeting your fans in public, says BefCX. I don't meet many fans, especially not in public. But I find it interesting because it happens relatively infrequently, I would say. I feel like okay, I don't ever want to be like, okay, right now, what happens is someone is like, hey, you toy cat? And it's like, oh yeah, I can say what I want. Oh, Depth Strider is so cool. Look at this. I didn't realize I had it on. Such a fun enchantment. Ooh, this is nice. But yeah, I feel like meeting people, the more people who know you, the less who actually care about you, is that's my understanding about the world. Like right now, if you want to spot that I'm Toy Cat, you probably are someone who is like, oh yeah, you actually want to talk about something. Whereas once you reach a certain level of fame, let's say the Mr. Beasts, the Robert Downey Jr.'s, the queens of the world, you just want to be like, oh yeah, I saw this person. I don't know much about them, but I saw them. You know, it's like, it's hard to just explain that. But basically what I'm saying is like, I didn't start YouTube to become like a famous person. Like a lot of people nowadays do, and that's weird to me. Like it's cool because I guess it might work out, and it does work out for like 1% of people or 0.1% of people. But like personally, I like the idea of being in my own little bubble. Unless I invite you into my life, you're not in my life, and that's kind of broken by being famous, right? Like because people can randomly appear in and out of your life at any point in time. It works here in a live stream, right? Like I think they say 6 feet for simplicity. Oh yeah, I totally agree. It's like the reason is just because it's easier to say, but it makes you realize like, well, if you're allowed to go that much less just for simplicity, well then, you know, why do we go for 2 meters for simplicity? Can I really be 1.8 meters away from someone and it's fine? What about 1.6 meters? What about 1.4? At what point am I, you know? But yeah, like I'm not even trying to say personal space, right? The point I started with all of this, and the thing I'm trying to say, is that I think after this we'll realize that personal space is important, not just for personal reasons, but also if you think about how we use a city, when you're on a piece of public transport, whether it be a train, a plane, a bus, you just pretend that only you and those that you want to be there are there. And it vaguely works. It's the same with restaurant, actually. Have you ever been into a restaurant in a big city? Like, London's the worst for this. Like, I don't like going to restaurants in London very much. Like, sit down thingamajiggies. I don't like the idea of, like, I'm here, I've got someone next to me, and then, like, over here, there's another person sat down at a different table. Like, it works. When you stop thinking about it, it works. Like, oh yeah, you just think about your table, your food, your things. But it's like, it causes this, like, moment where I'm like, oh god, there's like 60 people in a room the size of my living room here. What are we all doing? But yeah, like, the way cities work is everyone pretends everyone doesn't exist. You all, when you're in an office, you pretend the people at your office aren't there besides you. You have your own little personal space. When you're on public transport, it's your personal space. When you're in a restaurant, it's your personal space. The only personal space you actually have is your house. But in a city, your house is usually vertical, so like it's stacked on top of other people's houses. Again, 3D living spaces, 2D transport. But when you're in a house, also, do we get cheaper trades? Ooh, only 4 emeralds for a shovel. Better believe I'll take him up on that one. Actually, we should do some melon selling right now, shouldn't we? We should do some melon selling. Let's just do a little bit. Let's not get too addicted to this. I do have a problem with selling melons. Toy Cat's living room is the size of a restaurant. No, restaurants are just really tiny. Or maybe my living room is that big, and I'm flexing all of you right now. What, you don't have a living room the size of a restaurant? Wow. I didn't realize I was speaking to the pause. That explains... You know what? Wait, chat. If you think your living room is... Wait, actually, have I shown my living room? I haven't. Do you want to pay a living room tax? If your living room is bigger than mine, it's like... my living room is like... I'd say it's about 10 feet or about 3 meters by about like 6 meters. Like it's my living room is also a dining room, so it's like double as big as most people's living rooms. If your living room's bigger than mine, you can flex on a live stream by giving me money. Do you want to tell me about your living room? I'll take your money if you tell me about your living room. There you go, chat. I'm sure you did a house tour a while ago. Yeah, but I realized like on a stream, because the audience for streams is actually different than the audience for videos. Like they're very closely overlapping, but they're not perfectly overlapping. Why aren't you speedrunning, says Truck? And that is the reason why it's important not to do the one thing always. Because then someone will always expect you to do that one thing. Guess what? I don't have a living room. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess that's a big thing too. My living room is about as big as yours. You narrowly avoided the tax today, Ezra Morgan. Mine includes a dining room too, says Natam. Yeah, the concept of a dining room is so alien to me. Imagine having so much space that you can dedicate some of it just to where you eat sometimes with people. But I guess that's back when you used to eat every day. Whereas now, like, what I ate for dinner today is I found a schnitzel in my freezer. I put it in a net. Oh, what are you doing up there? Okay, fine. Okay, he has not restocked his trades yet. I don't know how he got up there, but he's not helping what he wants to do. Hey, thank you, Will Robertson. I live in a box, says... If you think about it, if you live in a box, your living room is infinite. That's nice. That's real nice. Can't wait till all of you actually pay for your bills, says Decal. Are you saying because they have larger living rooms or smaller living rooms, Mr. Decal? I don't understand, I don't understand you there, friend. Also, thank you, Ty Plays Minecraft. I don't talk in chat. You know, I'm sorry to hear that. My living room is 13 by 10, I think, not including the dining room. Wait, you have a living room and a dining room separate. Man, you live the high life, in my opinion. You are living the high life. Also, wait, I've got the Hero of the Village effect, but 4 just turned into 7. It's 6? That's not how a deal works, villagers. That's not how a deal works at all. I feel ripped off. But, yeah, my family makes me eat when I don't want to, and it sucks, says Oliver. See, going back to that other guy's point about paying your own bills, right? When you pay your own bills, you can eat when you want to. It's just you often can't afford to. Can you say my real name, please? It is Dixie Normus. That's a good name you have there. Should I repeat it again one more time? I'm sure that's not necessary. So yeah, we need to get ourselves another one of these axes and another one of these pickaxes. I don't know why I can't right now, but I guess I just accept that as fact. And you, maybe? Okay, oh, 3 emeralds for a shovel is so cheap. I'm gonna take it just for that. 3 emeralds for a diamond shovel with an enchantment that I don't need, but I can disenchant for a lot. Like, seriously, Minecraft has some good deals sometimes. Minecraft's got the deals going. You don't appreciate it until you don't. But, I only talk donations as Type Plays Minecraft. I mean, first of all, the polls is tips. Ha ha ha. But second of all, no, I think that's a fine way to live your life. I mean, it's, again, the reality is, I wish it wasn't the reality. I wish I could literally respond to every single chat message. But the reality is I do respond to every one of those. So if you've like got this thing where it's like, I don't have time for, I don't want anyone else to read my message. It's just for Toycat. If Toycat doesn't read it, it's a waste. I guess that's one way to live your life on that. And technically achieve that goal, right? My living room includes the kitchen, mud room, and everything else. Mud room? Okay, where do you live that a mud room is a thing? Teddy bear in Russia. Oh, well that answers that one, doesn't it? What is a mud room, internet? Well, yeah, bring back Q&A Saturday. I do Q&A Saturday as like a one-off series, but most of the function of Q&A Saturday is in these live streams, right? Blue Slime MC. Did you not ask me a question, Mr. Blue Slime? And did I not answer it? I'm just saying. I think we found that. But yeah, the way cities are this weird thing that have always harbored diseases. Like, we all live in cities, and then cities kill us all, and then we all leave the cities, and so on and so forth. It's a weird, like, endless loop we get stuck in. Because, did you know, for the longest time in history, cities didn't produce populations, we just got them from outside. That's actually how they work right now. Like, if most people in a city don't have children there, they move out to have children. And most of the people, like, the reason the population grows is because people move from outside into the city, both outside the country and outside the city, etc. It's a whole weird thing. Mudroom is where you keep all your mud. Thank you very much, Bamanda. Mudrooms are a place to wipe their shoes. See, but if your living room is also a mudroom, that means that's just the living room, right? Mudroom is the room before the garage. Wait, you have rooms before your garage? Man, how does everyone have all these rooms in their house? Remember when the Q sat where you sat in front of the green screen and said literally nothing? Oh yeah, I remember we had the slow insanity. We had the slow breakdown into insanity of Q&A Saturday before we finished it. That was a good way to end that series. That last video got some absurd number of views, just people looking at me, doing faces, etc. That was a good time. That was a good time. So it's like a porch kind of thing. It sounds like it, right? But yeah, like most of the value of Q&A Saturday is kind of found right here. We're also doing other things, but if you think about it in one way, this is kind of like a super long, extended Q&A. That also has bits where I talk unrelated to Q&A, but that's how Q&As work as well. So, is it not basically the same, I ask you friends? Is it not just the same? I could have spent this money on one house free, instead I'm donating it to you, and I'm putting this in Minecraft now. Oh no, you don't have a modern house. This is the sacrifices that people make for my live streams. Chat, we need to honor this guy's sacrifice right here. This man has made the ultimate loss so that we can have a victory. And if that is not heroic, I don't know what is. So we've still got a few trees over here we've got to get rid of. But, oh wait, this tree is gone. I thought it was still there, but it's just the leaf bits. So we've got some trees over there we could get rid of. I guess we should. Yeah, let's get rid of this little patch here. It's a weird patch. Shouldn't exist. Let's make it not exist. Oh, there's a torch on the tree. Well, I'll keep this tree around just for that reason. Also, thank you very much to Margaret Downing. Mudrooms are filled with mud and like a swimming pool. Honestly, that's what my mind came up with. I was like, oh, a mudroom. A room for mud, like a swimming pool. You know, it's the only thing I can picture. And then Jesus Reigns says, my old house had a mudroom. It's for shoes and other crap to dump near the entrance of your house. A separate room for junk, I believe. Man, I wish I had that much space in the house. Again, I guess what it is like, in some places, space is as a premium, and in other places, it's other things. Like, I can't imagine living somewhere where you could just have, like, as much space as you functionally wanted in your house. Like, the limitation is the walls, really, more than anything else. This is my first super chat, and I'm using on use. It's SilverKitten599. You have a very adorable name, Silver Kitten. Thank you for choosing to super chat for me. That means a lot. Or does it? It does. Or does it? It does. I always want to, like, do the whole, like, tricked you, got your money thing. But you know, I won't, because I do appreciate that. My living room's kitchen is 3.2 times 8 meters. Take your free money. Man, you live in Norway too. That's gotta be... That sounds like a nice... wait, you know what? Your living room kitchen, I guess it's so big that it's undead, you could say. I just wanted to make it work. So basically a hallway then. Yeah, am I the only one who's not confused by this? Okay, I'm glad I'm not. Thank you, Cat Gale, for paying the living room tax. Wait, the dining room tax? I'm not sure what we were calling it. It's funny, this all started from one, like, little side bit. And now we've just left into the world of, like, isn't that interesting? But yeah, for most of human history, like, we've lived in these weird tiny communities. And I've brought this up before. But it relates to diseases too, right? Because for most of history, we all lived in communities where you knew everyone. But when you live in a city, you can't even come close to knowing everyone. In London, there's 8 million people. Even if you take, like, a ward of London, you've got 500,000 people or so. You can't know 500,000 people. The human brain is physically incapable. And plus, it's changing so fast that even if you tried, you'd be out of date every, like, 6 months. You could spend, like, every day in the year learning a literal 1,000 people's names, faces, backstory, notable traits. You know, take you every day in a year. And by the end of the year, you still would have, like, half the community, half your part of London left to go. Ignoring the fact that most of the people that come in are, like, fresh faces, etc. And it's like, oh yeah, it's impossible. It's hard to be actually close to more than 2 or 3 people. I'd say personally for me it is. Like, some people seem to be... They seem to pretend that they are close to a lot more, but, like... I think that the max you can really be close to is, like, less than a handful. Like, 5, let's call it. 5 fingers, 5 friends. That's my life rule. Tell me if you agree, friends. Well, actually, chat. How many friends, right now, just say a number in chat. How many friends do you think you can really be close to and actually know Except, you know, like, actually be close with. Give me a number, chat. Give me a number. Also, per space is good, but it probably makes people colder. That's one way of thinking about it, Maria Pizza. Wait, Maria Pizza? That's a fun name you've got. Apparently, all the messages are getting blocked, I'm sorry. I don't know why. Most people are actually coming pretty close to me. Some people are saying 3. Some people are saying, like, 4 or 5. And then some people are way up there in, like, 10 or 15 or 20. But yeah, very few people are going much above that. 3-ish. I guess 3 is coming up a lot, you know? Everyone agrees with you, Kat. You've got this one. You know the social science better than I do. It's hard to keep them, though. Yeah, like, a friendship requires, like, a certain amount of, like, cultivation, right? Like, it's kind of weird that, like, a friendship doesn't just stick. If you know someone, then you just... Even if you were really good friends with someone, that, like, relationship expires after enough time because you both change too much. Isn't that sad? Friendship is a lot of work. Maybe that's just me then. Like, I have some friends in my life who, like, when I need them, they show up, and when they need me, I show up. But it's very rare that it happens, but I'd still say we're, like, close friends. Learn more from me than I did from have a good relationship, and their parents don't know how to make friendships work, you know? I love how I learn more from you there. So thank you, Taylor Hester, for the ticket tax. And thank you, Canon Clark. I am glad that the streams are helping you out, friendo. All my friends are via the internet. You know, over here, we don't discriminate between those online friends and real friends. I would argue. Oh, did I chop down the one with the torch? I didn't realize. This is heartbreaking. The pain I must go through. For all of you. I reach out to old friends every year and say, oh, hi. Honestly, it's nice. Yeah, I don't want to do that ever. Like, I guess it would be good to, like, reaffirm that we don't hate each other. But any friendship where you have to, like, keep on reaching out and say, hey, we are still friends. Yes, are we still friends? I'm glad we have confirmed this year that we are still friends. Like, to me, a friendship is better kept if you're like, if you both mentally know you're still friends, it's good. If you have no friends, then everyone's your closest friend. But yeah, so you can only have, like, 3 close friends, or 5, or 10. Or if you're really one of these crazy extra social people, you can have, like, 10 friends, it sounds like. But I don't believe all of you. I want that to be known. But, you know, we trust it for now. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Have a good stream. I'm going to get back in my pit of darkness and despair. Bye, everyone. ER Milburn, don't do it to yourself. What you need to do is you need to find... You know, honestly, if you're going to have an evening of despair, take a nap and, like, plan what you're going to do tomorrow. Like, get a plan for tomorrow. The best version of tomorrow you want to have, like, write that down. Write down the things you want to do. And then sleep as soon as you need to. And then wake up and start doing those things. If you start not doing those things, work out why you are not doing the things that you want to be doing to make the best life you want to have. And if you fail with that, then you should be able to, like, work your way out of that. But that's my advice. I made more friends through Animal Crossing and work. I've now one close friend than I have since even college. I'm 22. Yeah, the mechanics of making a friendship change as you age. And I think some people are better at it when you're young, and some people are better at the old version. Like, the old person version's like, oh yeah, we'll do some business networking over lunch, and blah, 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 blah. And then it eventually turns into something. Whereas when you're young, you just, like, you're in the same room as someone, like, sat next to them, and then you become friends. And it's like, oh, we are friends now. This is nice. I'm not crazy social, I just have 10 really close friends. I'd be willing to bet meaner, so I'm gonna try my best not to be mean with this. This is my honest thoughts. People say some people are like, oh yeah, you are super judgmental sometimes. No, this is my guess, not my judgment. But I would guess that of those 10 friends, only like 5 or 6 of them saw you as a super close friend. Like, they don't say they saw you as close friends, but I reckon like a couple of them are like, oh yeah, she's like, I would invite her to a party if I held one. Like, I reckon you're at that distance to some of them, Mina. Also, it took me all the way till now to realize I want a texture pack that replaces the Tom from Dying with a picture of Toy Cat from a live stream. Wait, does the Toy Cat texture pack do that? I feel like we need to know now. Wait, chat. I'm going to do this for us, okay? I'm going to find out if the Toy Cat texture pack does, in fact, have a picture of my face for the Toy Cat Totem from Dying. But But yeah, okay, so we're gonna use one of these free boss run fails. Okay, chat, we're gonna quickly pop over here. Wow, hello, my BX Toycat, and welcome back to another video. I'm on the thing. Oh wait, this is the last one that I actually need to keep. Let's go to this random one right here. Let's put the resource pack of Endless Despair. Eroding Sanity, sorry. My bad. And then we'll turn it to Creative. And let's load it up. Wait, I have to go back to Xbox because I'm being attacked by a zombie. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're gonna chill right here. And then we're gonna hop back over to here, where the texture pack is now loaded in. This is what a stronghold looks like in the IBX Toycat texture pack. And now I grab a Totem of Undying. Oh no, don't tell me that it's not retextured. Oh, it's not. I'm so sad. It's not a picture of my face. Deshi, you failed us all. You failed us all. Is this? Oh god, I don't like this texture pack. It makes me Oh god, let's look at the blacksmith. Okay, focus. We got a live stream to do.
Hello.
Okay, the villagers say hello. I forgot about that. Okay, hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and thank you Ubi for becoming a member, and thank you Lily Art Designs. Do the same thing I do, where you can only eat once a day like dinner, because even anytime I'm hungry, but I'm vegetarian, so maybe that makes me different. How do you know wait, how do you spot a vegetarian? Don't worry, they'll tell you. But shh. Second of all, I want to say, I actually eat 3 times a day. I'm always like ready to eat my next. Like, okay, this is so dumb. I'm like a child, but I have to like parent myself. This, I think everyone's also Commander Y.
We just got to the stream. Hello, Toycat. How is it going?
Hey, hello, Commander Y. Some people missed you. I think it was Mother Russia. You know, you two, you got a cute thing going on. You both have comradey names that both sound like yeah. Anyway, that sounds like a lot of work. You know, the way I have to like, I swear everyone's like this to some extent. It's just most people aren't willing to admit it. But like, you have to parent yourself a little bit. So like, there are things you want to do that you will do unless you stop yourself from doing them. It's like I mentioned with Eliza, I think was the name earlier. Again, Eliza is not a name I've ever heard. It feels fake, but you know, the person earlier who was like, oh yeah, let's. The recommendation is to like, make yourself do things that you want to do, but you in the moment don't do. It's like it's not actually 2 different versions of you. It's just like one is your like id and one is your. I don't actually know enough psychology to tell you which is which, but like your brain is like lots of different conflicting thoughts, and the you right now will always make worse decisions than the you from a while ago. The reason you plan decisions ahead of time, like the reason why the US government has a plan for every contingency of like a different thing, it's not because they can accurately, you know, portray them and prepare for them. It's just by thinking about something in advance and thinking about the most logical way to deal with it, you're already doing a better job than most people who deal with it as it comes up. I ate 8 scones today. I need a parent, says Chantal. I actually say patient, so you know, we should get you a patient. Clearly, you just got to become a doctor, and you can get plenty of those going. Also, thank you, Bill Jarno. It was good to see you. But why not do another Seed Finder stream that was better than the Dab one, says Corn. Also good to see you, Corn. I recognize you. The reason I won't do another Seed Finding stream is because I really do think, like, it's going to be a while till we find anything that matches that. Do we want to keep the gold chest plate? I feel like we might. We've got a problem here. Actually, let's just fill up the shulker box with acacia wood. Nice and simple. Acacia, 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 acacia. I definitely have too much acacia right now compared to what I want to have, but it's fine. We got the wood in there, and we'll come back to this. Chat, remember these coordinates because I will lose this at some point. So let's do this. But yeah, so like I really do think no matter how old you get, maybe it stops when you're like 85 years old, but even then I don't think it's true. You have to like be a parent to yourselves as well as being yourself. You have to be like, hey, here is the thing I want to do, but I will not do it because I know it is bad. So one of those things is I always want to eat. Right now, you know, even this like drink. I drank a whole jar full of like some juice, and I want some more juice. But I know if I drink significantly higher amounts of juice, I'll feel sick, and then I feel bad in the present, and I'll wish that I'd been a better parent to myself. Like I want to eat all the time. All I want is I want to just eat and eat and eat. I want to eat until my stomach hurts and physically stops me. Because food is so good. You ever try food? Guy, wait, right now, recommendation. This video is sponsored by food. Have you tried it? It's so good. Oh my god. Food. I love me some food. I like Mexican food and Indian food and Chinese food and Japanese food and sushi and oh my god, American food and pancakes and breakfast food and McDonald's fast food. Oh yes, fast food's the best food. Slow food, I mean, as long as, you know, like I'm not the one cooking it. Medium speed food, unhealthy food, even like healthy food, like if it's unhealthy enough, you know. Like food is good. Food is so good. Sweets, yeah, dessert. Dessert is so good. Like, you know, candies, as Americans would call them. So good. You know, things taste good. Today we learned, right? I hate eating unless I'm hungry, says Empire 526907. I'm so envious of that. Like, my body is fighting for me to become a fat person, and I spend every waking moment being like, no, don't do it. Don't. You don't want to. You're gonna feel worse for this later. My stomach, like, has a weird thing where, like, if I think because I spent, like, years to not be, like, because, again, I used to be, like, pretty tubby, I'd say. You can even see in my earlier videos, like, I was, like, not, like, fat, but, like, chubbier than I was right now. Like, the only way I can be not large, which, again, like, whatever, if you are, but, like, the only way I could get myself to be a reasonable human being is by being, like, I will eat the amount that I need to survive and to, you know, like, the amount that I need to not feel hungry all the time. And then, like, I have, now every day, like, now that I don't need to, like, lose weight, I just need to maintain it. It's like, okay, I have, like, 1,800 calories a day or something, and I just consume them as fast as I can. It's just a problem. It's a real problem. I have an addiction to food. So a kid's meal at Olive Garden, says Anisha Shotricha. They didn't say the Olive Garden bit, I added that for them. You know what? The kids meal joke, it goes on so much, but yeah, when I go to America, I cannot eat a full meal because I know that will make me hurt later in the day because I spent years, like, training my stomach to, like, accept the minimum amount of food to survive. And now if I put more into it, even though that's all I want to do, it literally hurts and, like, I get, like, you know, all the symptoms that come with, like, stomach things, I get them all. The gross ones, the not gross ones, the really gross ones, the kind of gross ones. The ones that you don't even think are related, I get them all. I get all the symptoms. That's how bad I am at being a human being. Can y'all tell Toy Cat to drink water, says Amanda. See, you said y'all, so I assume that was a southern voice you got going on there. Who says y'all? I like food when I can afford, says I'm depressed. No, okay, I wanna, like, food. Okay, you might think, like, oh no, yeah, food's expensive, though. I'll admit, some of the things I just named, like, sushi is expensive. Sushi is a real treat. But, like, have you ever just tried rice and soy sauce? Literally, rice, which is, like, you know, you can buy huge bags crazy cheap, and soy sauce. For like, 1/1000th of my rent, not that I pay rent, again, I have a mortgage, long story short. For one, like, 1,500th my mortgage, I can eat every day in wait, not a month. I can eat every day in 2 weeks, rice and soy sauce. Just those two things. Boom. I've got this amazing food dish. You can put some eggs in there, I think, like egg fried rice is a thing. But without the eggs and the egg fried rice, you still make a solid, just eggs and rice and soy sauce. It's amazing. It's cheap. It's so cheap. You know, like some foods like pasta, actually even pasta, like pasta. You buy pasta, and then you buy, like, I don't know, anything to go, mayonnaise, tomato sauce, like cheap condiments. It's amazing. It's so good. It's so good. You know, like, food is good. Oh wait, my box. Okay, we'll chop down those trees there, and then we'll go get the box. That's what I eat for breakfast, but with eggs, avocado, hot sauce, and feta cheese. Ooh. The avocado toast thing. Actually, wait, you didn't say the toast, but you just said eggs, avocado. Wait, it's like scrambled egg. You're going for it there. Wait, oh yeah, scrambled egg. Sorry, just hijacking your thought and going, a scrambled egg. Guys, have you tried it? Obviously, you have to be non-vegetarian, vegan. Wait, non-vegan. I guess vegetarians can eat this. Eggs are so cheap. A chicken has to like produce half of a life. I know it's not actually it's not a baby chicken. It's like a chicken period or something. But still, like, a chicken gets like. I don't have much money, but this tip is in Commander Y's name, says Mother Russia. Thank you very much, Mother Russia. You know, I want to know more about the Mother Russia sometime. You seem like a very wholesome figure. Like, there are a lot of people in the chat that, like, only have negative things to say. You're like the opposite. No matter what negative thing a thing is, you're always like, you know, I have something... You know, like, the old adage of, like, say something nice or don't say something at all. On the internet, that's impossible. I've done nothing but be mean to various groups today. I'd probably... Actually, have I been mean to people? We'll see. Everyone says that. Chicken period, OMG. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but a fun fact, an egg actually is a chicken... Because, like, think about it. It's an unfertilized egg. When women have an unfertilized egg, they flush it out the gutters, and that's what a period is. And what an egg does is it flushes it out the gutters just without all the blood attached. I don't know why women need to have all the blood attached. You know, I'll look into that. I guess it's just there, and, like, it's like a womb. But basically, we have, like, really... Ideally, right, in an ideal world, you know, regular women would just give birth to an egg. You could fry it up
This
and...
is in Mother Russia's name.
Hey! Well played, Commander Y. Well played, Commander Y. It takes a sophisticated palate to enjoy wine, kids, says FJFJ. Yeah, I'll admit, that's probably why I don't enjoy beer or wine. I've got, like... Maybe what it is I literally have never grown up from a child. I'm an excited 16-year-old in a human adult's body. But I do not like bitter... People are... Oh! I've been trying to like olives recently, though. That's the whole thing. So uterine lining, that is the blood, says Nicole Tomasic. But, like, I don't get why it needs... Why can't it just, like, envelope round, make a self-contained little package, and then, like, just pop out one day rather than, like, a whole week? Fry up human eggs. You need so many, they're small. I guess you'd be eating the because in an egg, the yolk is the equivalent of the I don't actually know. You know, I don't know chicken biology. Yeah, you'd be eating like the uterine lining, I guess, which you can technically do right now. It's just probably very gross. Olives are the worst food known to man. Okay, so I guess I can't name her too closely, but like I have a YouTuber friend. He's actually a really big YouTuber these days. He makes Roblox videos. But his wife wants. He's got a wife from a European country. His wife once, like, we sat down at like an event, and she's like, "There are 7 times in your life you will try olives and you will hate them, and on the 8th time you try, you'll like olives." And I was like, that is such a dumb way to think about food. But every time I was offered olives since then, I was like, yes. Oh, these are awful. Why does anyone like these? And then so on and so forth. I'm up to like 6 or 7 now. And I don't like olives yet, but I'll eat them. I mean, partly because I've got an obsession with food and I'll eat any food in front of me. But partly because, like, this is interesting. Like, olives are now in this category of food. I don't like them yet, but olives are such an interesting food to eat. Chat, like, right now, this is my recommendation. Go eat some olives if you dislike them. Don't expect to get a good taste out of them, but expect to get an interesting taste. Because most foods are like good and bad immediately. Like, you know, I don't know. What's the fried chicken? Good. Oh, my Elytra is giving me some issues today. Fried chicken, good food. You know, salad, just a piece of lettuce, bad food, or at least like gross by itself. It's just texture, it's no flavor. Olives are gross. I like olives. Olives are delicious. I like olives on my tacos. I dislike olives. Yeah, it's funny. We've got like this 50-50 almost stuff with feta. Oh yeah, I had olives with cheese in the middle, and that was an interesting experience too. I didn't like it, but I was like, this is a taste. This exists. This does. But yeah, basically I've been really I've been trying olives ever since, and it's been this like weird time because again they don't taste good, but they taste so interesting, and I wonder like maybe this is how it gets to good, because it went from tasting like the worst thing in the world to these taste bad to now olives taste interesting, and whenever I can get them for like reduced price at my store, because in the UK when something's like about to go off, you get it for like half price. Whenever I see olives are half price or like a quarter price, I'll pick them up and I'll be like, this is a flavor. Because did you know they're technically a vegetable? That's fun. And yeah, I've had this whole like weird experience of olives recently. Hey Victus, this is opposite for me. I like olives, but onions are disgusting and can ruin a dish for me. Onions are in literally everything in my experience, and they never taste like anything. They just kind of are there. It's like an expected flavor. But you know, my counter question is like, do you like fried onions? Like, what are they called? Like caramelized onions? Kalamata olives are the purple ones. One of your 5 a day. See, right? I mean, there are much worse ways to get 5 a day in. I'm just saying. That is objectively a fact. So we need to go pick up all of these little bush things now, which is a bit of a nightmare. But we'll do that. I agree, onions don't have a strong flavor for me. Yeah, they just taste like... They're just there. It's like, this is a piece of vegetable that tastes like the rest of my dish. Onions are yes. I will say raw onions have this strong flavor, but by the time you cook them, it's all gone. Except onion rings. Yeah, but onion rings are a great example. Onion rings taste so much more like batter than they do taste like onion. You cook them, and all the onion flavor leaves. It's just what happens. Red onions in lemon juice and salt. Oh god, in lemon juice and salt. Are you just making things up, Chungling? That can't be real, can it? Okay, so chat. Does anyone remember where my my shulker box is? Because I feel like I should have went past it, but I don't remember doing so. And I think it's over there somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure. So, I love garlic. Oh, garlic's another strong one. Okay, wait, chat. So, technically speaking, garlic is an onion. I know that. But isn't garlic great? Can we all just, like, take a moment, express our gratitude for garlic? It's around minus 300x. It's all the way this way. Okay. Minus 314, minus 934. Boom. Thank you to Ethan... No, wait, Alex Nowowski. First one to get it. Minus 314, isn't that perfect? That is pi, I think you'll find. Garlic is great, says Jessica Forster. Garlic isn't just great. Garlic is the perfect flavor thing. An olive and cheese tray is tasty. Sorry, I missed your previous stream, so it's just chill out through. You know, I feel like the problem with the internet mummy thing is it definitely feels more like a concerning roleplay than a wholesome, like... like, wait, it's gonna show up in a second. Or is it? See, today I have the chat set to ultra low latency. Wait, okay, so I turned 18 an hour ago. Here's a tip for a beer. It says, happy birthday, Tom. You think £2 is enough for a beer? You are... Where do you live? Wait, I can tell from that you live in the north of England. Or the southwest.
An olive and
Definitely
cheese
not...
tray is tasty. Sorry I missed your previous stream, son. Here is your allowance from your internet mom. I
do love... Okay, one of the things I hate that I love is cheeses. Like, it's such a dumb thing to really like. Okay, minus 314. Minus 9 something. So minus 314. It's going to be, like, on the side here somewhere, right? Chat, I can't find it. Is it in my inventory? Okay, it's been in my inventory the whole time. Oops, I picked it up. I picked it up. That's the one thing chat didn't tell me. But yeah, what we'll do now is we'll kill the creeper and we'll head back home, I guess. Can't get out people in chat who don't like garlic out of themselves as vampires now. What do you say with Cheese Whiz? I don't think Cheese Whiz is a thing that exists in the UK. I'm very confused every time it's referenced, I'll be honest with you. It sounds awful, but I do like melted cheese. So if it's like pretend melted cheese for cheap. Honestly, I just want actually melted cheese. Like how you can buy cookie dough in America. I just want to buy melted cheese and call it a day. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brinkhorn C32.
Wait, Bren Siom's Comic 32. You know, I'm bad at your name. You know, Commander Y is the better birthday giver than me. Oh, and that's B on fact right here. But, yeah, okay, we're gonna kill these creepers as well. Since we're running around, just killing mobs. Let's get another one nice and dead. It's so satisfying having a knockback sword when you just, like, whack a creeper forever away. Like, it's the one oh, this isn't even knockback. That was just a sprint hit. Like, it's just so nice to knock back a creeper and to see it go flying. I could live off the joy which I get from doing this. Oh, we didn't get gunpowder again. Okay, let's go back home now. We've got a lot of acacia wood. I'm going to use this in my village, I think. I'm not too sure, but definitely something like that. So I've got like 6 or 7 stacks of acacia. Actually, a lot more, I think. I'm going to use some of the oak logs for my big grindy thingy. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's put them in there first. Ooh, that's a weird missing chunk. Another weird missing chunk. So, is this a Minecraft survival series? Because I'm new, says Face Tyler. So yeah, I have this survival series. You know, actually, I'll explain it right now. We're about to go, but like, if you're here anyway. So I do this survival series every Monday. It's called Let's Play Monday. Wow, I'm really inventive with my series names, aren't I? But I have a survival series. It is called Let's Play Monday because I understand marketing. But no, and then like I've got this world that I play most of my survival time in. So I'd say like half a dozen hours a week or something like that I put in the same world. And I figured like about a couple of years ago, like while I'm doing like big projects, why don't we like stream and talk about stuff? And a lot of people like that, so we've just been doing it ever since. And that's what this is. Like it's a survival project. Right now we're chopping down trees, obviously, or wood, as the title so elegantly puts it. By the way, do you like these lanterns? I really like these. My steep schedule's getting really messed up because of these streams, lol, says Leanne Vandermeer. You know, you could say that's a bad thing, but really, if you think about it, it's an opportunity. Oh, an enchanted bow. It's an opportunity to... Okay, that's a bad enchanted bow. It's kind of like an opportunity. Plant the acacia trees below the bridge. Do you mean below the floating bridge? That's a fun idea. I don't hate that one entirely. So we're going to take the oak logs we got today. Is this an empty shulker box? Yes, it is. And we're going to throw them into the shulker box, into the thing. Because we're still lighting up the world, by the way. That is still a project that is ongoing. So as a result, we take our sticks we got today. We take some of the oak logs we got today. Not all of them, but like some of them. We didn't get many actually, so we'll just take the 64, throw it in there alongside of it, and now we get some charcoal cooking, because who doesn't love charcoal? And now we take the rest of these. Oh god, that's oh, we can't pick up the shulker box again. Oh, we can. It just is very annoying. But yeah, so basically I have this long-term survival world, and these things are like these live streams, like they exist live, and then if you want to watch them afterwards, they become unlisted on the channel. So it's like, if you want super long form, Toycat talks about garlic, the nature of cities, immigration and disease, then you can find them in the, it's called unlisted live streams. Like you go to youtube.com/toycat, there's a playlist link, then you can find them there. And if you want to just watch them live, they're just live. And if you don't want to do those things, then you wouldn't be here right now. And if you don't want to be here right now, then leave, damn it. Leave. Also, communism, says Greg Pop. You think you can kill me, Greg Pop, but you can't kill me, Greg Pop. You can't kill me at all. Bruh, your world do be looking like Palestine, though. Ouch. Yeah, I guess I missed the joke for my country's video to call it Palestine. You know, jokes have been missed. You're making me realize now. So I'm gonna catch a guardian to protect one of my builds now. Yeah, a guardian is one of the like best things you can actually do to make a safe house. We all know it actually kills the cat. Exactly, communism. Why did we just try to kill it? I told you I took an interest in the Bedrock server. I played it in for SMP. I don't know who told you that, but I'll pretend that I did. It sounds pretty cool, my friend. It sounds pretty cool. I like the idea of SMP servers as a concept. I can't say I have express interest about any particular one right now. But I like the idea of like, yeah, it's like a constant world. I wish you could have an SMP that like literally anyone could join without it being like at risk. But I guess that's the sad reality of the world. Happy birthday, Tom. I live in Finland and Corona beer costs around €7. See, right? Like, happy birthday, Tom. You know, you're getting like a third of a beer for that, it sounds like. I love taxes. Honestly, one of the few things that I'm vaguely on board with is a sin tax. Because, again, this is super dumb and the government shouldn't be a parent. But, in a world where the government needs to raise money, they might as well raise money while making us do better things. Rather than raising money, you know, on the concept of because they can force people to pay. I guess. Because, like, the easiest way to not pay an alcohol tax is, like, not pay a smoking tax is not smoking. The easiest way to not pay income tax is to break the law and go to prison for a very long time. And I feel like that's a problem that is the case. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe, in fact, there is no such thing as an IBX Toycat livestream. Maybe it's just a societal construct all made up. Wait, I've got a gold chest plate I need to dump off somewhere, actually. I'm not too sure. Cows be like cow noises. Oh, I should have, I want to quickly also say that to everyone watching right now, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. This has been a fun little time. We hung out, we spoke about all manner of things. And it's been a while since we've done one of these, like, chill survival streams, so I just want to say thanks for that. Tomorrow there'll be a Let's Play, which is kind of like a live stream, but not live, and a little bit more focused, although maybe not in this case. You can be the judge for yourself after you've watched it, I guess. So yeah, tomorrow, in Washington State, there's no income tax, says Chungling. Yeah, but in the United States of America, which is the country you live in, there is in fact an income tax. But yeah, no, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you want to see more, then tomorrow that's a thing. The unlisted livestream playlist exists. This is just a reminder that if you ever want to see these off, they're gone. Because it will vanish and it will never come back. And the only way you can fix that, is by watching there or something. Yeah, my brain kind of went out the window for a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, I've got a lot of these now. I'm just going to throw these all right in here, I guess. Because I need, I do intend to do a lot of building with acacia logs. We'll keep some of those there and some, yeah, we'll just keep it all in there. Throw this bow and crossbow and, oh god, my inventory is a mess. Just throw it all in there, get rid of it for now, and say thank you for watching. I hope you had a good evening, hanging out, chilling with the chat. And is there anything else I want to say? I guess I want to say that this week will be, tomorrow we won't be streaming probably, but sometime this week I want to reattempt the free boss run, but without breaking Minecraft so much. So we'll be doing precisely that. It'll be a lot of fun. Or will it? Or will it? So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you, Cat Girl. Because this has been a live stream on the internet. Hydration's so good. You ever tried water? Comes out the tap. It's free. Tastes amazing.